back with Kevin Palau. Kevin Palau is the author of a great new book called Unlikely, Setting Aside Differences to Live Out the Gospel, about how the Luis Palau Association, and the churches of Portland, Oregon have partnered with the city and county to get a lot done in the city, and it's an amazing story. Kevin, you're the president of the Luis Palau Evangelistic Association, and I would just love for you to give sort of a quick state of the union of evangelism in America.
Yeah, it's a key question. I think it's not talked about enough.
I agree.
We were talking a little offline about the fact that I'd say that the church in America, it goes through its ups and downs. And I'd say, if anything, it's leaning probably in a corrective posture, leaning into social justice issues. You see a huge crying out among younger leaders for an authentic gospel that includes social justice issues. So I think, you and I and others applaud that. I would just say that I see a gradual drifting away, almost an embarrassment about talking about Jesus in a bold, joyful way. So, in Portland, we're trying to find ways to be joyful about proclaiming Jesus. So we've had the occasional big festival where our openly gay mayor, Sam Adams, who wrote the foreword to my book, is one of my best friends, would come and sit there or stand there on the stage and thank the crowd for serving the community, and sit there and listen to Luis Palau talk about Jesus. And I'd say, it's essential for there to be a true holism in the gospel. And I would say that I have a minor concern among many younger evangelicals that maybe in a proper reaction, we're losing a bit of our boldness for the gospel. I don't see that in the developing world. I don't see that in New York City, for example, among the Latino, African American, and the ethnic churches are wildly enthusiastic in New York City, for example, to just go out in the streets and proclaim Jesus. Things that are frankly embarrassing to white churches. I would never do that. And I'm not suggesting that marching through our neighborhoods, going door to door, trying to share our faith is the most effective means. I just think it's a healthy thing to see believers in many parts of the world that wouldn't think a thing about boldly proclaiming Jesus Christ. So we all have to find our way to do it. I think the church in America needs to find healthier ways to do both well. I think we tend to lean toward doing what comes a little easier these days, and that is serving, because no one's going to complain about our serving, whereas people still may look a little sideways at us if they can tell we want them to encounter Christ. We want them to come to church. The things that, most of us that are watching, if we're evangelicals, we came to Christ because someone was kind of bold and took us to Sunday school or Young Life, and now we're the very ones that we're not so sure that's effective anymore. So I think we can't lose our joy in proclaiming the good news, and I have some concerns about we're doing a bit of that in the U.S.
All right, there you have it. State of the Union of Evangelism in North America from the man who knows, Kevin Palau. Check out his new book. This is Off the Highway.